Hey, what's up, y'all? So welcome to the channel. So if you are thinking about moving or just want to get more information about Glasgow, Kentucky, you have come to the right place, guys. So in this video, we are going to be doing a full deep dive into the pros and cons of living here. So we're going to be talking about cost of living, small town life. We're going to be going over some of the activities around, job market, schools, a little bit of everything, guys. So stick around. We're going to be going through all of it right now. Hey guys, so my name is Adam Haynes. I'm a local realtor in South Central Kentucky, as well as Middle Tennessee. And today we are going to be talking about all the good and the bad about living in Glasgow, Kentucky. So Glasgow is a rural town about 30 minutes east of Bowling Green, and it has grown quite a bit over the last few years. Speaking of a few years ago, in 2007, Glasgow was named the #1 best rural town to live in America. So I thought that's kind of cool. So take that as you will, though. It's still a pretty cool indication of how nice town it is. But 20 years later, it has changed a lot, obviously, but it still is a smaller town with population a little over 15,000 people, but they have grown additional like businesses, subdivisions, all that stuff. But it still has that unique blend of a small town atmosphere and access to large amenities and a lot of outdoor recreation and that kind of thing. But like any place, it has its advantages as well as disadvantages. So let's break down some of them, starting with cost of living. All right, guys, so one of the biggest draws that Glasgow has is affordability. Not only is it generally a lower cost of living than the national average, but even compares very well with most towns throughout the state, guys. So first off, let's talk about home prices. Now, I mostly work with home sales, but I don't want to leave out people that are looking to rent here as well, especially just starting out. So want to go over that a little bit. So the average rent here is around $800 a month, which compared to like Bowling Green or something like that, it's about $50 less. So, but it still always has to do with different types of homes, that kind of thing. So how big they are, what kind of homes, the amenities, if it's a house, an apartment, that kind of thing, as well as, more importantly, location. So you got to keep that in mind. But like I said, if you're looking for an area that you can buy a house at a really good price, this is a great place to look at, guys. But Glasgow doesn't just have cheap homes, that's for sure. The average home price here is around $300,000, but has a wide range of homes, guys. So instead of talking about it and all that stuff, I want to share my screen and I'll walk you through what's available in the Glasgow area. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so I'm going to share my screen, like I said, and we are going to be checking out some of the listings that are available in Glasgow just to give you an idea of what's out there. Look at these starter homes. I mean, this one, I don't think it's a good shape, but this one's not bad for $145. It's a smaller one for, it's about 900 square foot, 2 bed, 1 bath, but $145, that's not bad. You got all these other ones, $155. It's a 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,200 square foot. You got your motivated seller right here, 4 bed, 3 bath, 1,800 square foot for $229. That's not bad. But just want to let y'all know, okay, so when you are selling your house, don't tell people, do not do on the listing or anything like that, that it is a motivated seller. Do not tell them you're a motivated seller, because you know what buyers see when that? They don't see, let me try to help this person out. They see, let me try to make as much money as possible. I can get them to pay for closing costs. I can get them to do whatever I want. I can drop the price quite a bit, that kind of thing. That's what they see. So if you want to sell your house, absolutely, I understand that. But personally, I would rather you just drop the price than tell people how motivated you are. I think that would help you probably a little bit more. But that's just my 2 cents. But anyway, okay, so we got new construction right here, 1,328 square foot for $230. Same thing, but it has a garage for $243. It's kind of cute house too. So $259 is not bad. $269, 1,400 square foot. Yeah, I mean, you can get a decent house. I even not even hit 300,000 yet, guys. And these are some pretty nice houses. I mean, it's 1,500 square foot. 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,400 square foot, 3 bed, 2 bath, 285. Yeah, this is a really cool house right here. I always like this because it's on some land and it is a huge house. It's 5 bed, 2 baths, 3,753 square foot, guys. And like, I think it's on 2 acres and it's, I mean, needs a little bit of renovation, but for $325, that ain't bad, y'all. Absolutely. And like this one right here, it's almost 2,000 square foot, and it's for $350, guys. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And I mean, you can get some serious homes. Like this one right here is crazy. Okay, this one is a 6-bed, 5-bath, 7,000 square foot, y'all. Come on, that's ridiculous, especially for $675. Come on, guys. Yeah, guys, so since I'm still sharing my screen, so let's go shopping, okay? So let's go check out the Walmart website and see right here, it is set up for Glasgow. And let's look at a couple things. So right now, looks like we got it on produce. So let's look at what produce you can get. So, okay, so you can get corn on the cob, 33 cents each. Yeah, that's each. You get $1.84 for lettuce, which ain't bad. Onions, $1.34 a pound, which is not too shabby. So you get a mater for $2 a pound. Cucumbers, 64 cents each. Get a bell pepper, 67 cents each. Broccoli for $2 a pound. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we are checking out the meats. Okay, so let's go check out steaks. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm a steak lover, guys. So I love me some good old steak. And I mean, I'm an omnivore. I love me some vegetables and that kind of thing too. But you know, love me some carbs. But I ain't doing that carnivore diet. That's for dang sure. But at the same time, love me some meat. But okay, all right. So we got New York strip. That is $15.97 a pound, which is not bad. You got ribeyes that are 18 bucks a pound. So it's not bad. Not bad. I mean, I can go through a whole list, but I mean, to be honest, y'all can easily get on the website, walmart.com, obviously, and just put in different addresses, different locations and everything. You can see what different areas are, you know, doing. So, I mean, I do this quite a bit in different areas just to get a good idea of like cost of living and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I think it's a good tool to use. I like Walmart's website just because of that. I mean, you don't have to shop at Walmart, but if nothing else, it's a good idea what, you know, prices are typically there. So, okay, so we got chicken breast. It is, okay, so it's not bad. It's $2.67 a pound. And I mean, that's a little bit less than average in this area. So that's not bad. You got chicken thighs for $2.18 a pound. So that's not bad. And also, guys, if you like making stews and different things like that, I mean, maybe if you like to barbecue, that kind of thing, the chicken leg quarters, this you can get at any Walmart. I've got, you know, quite a few different Walmarts, so I think all of them have them, and they're great, really great, guys, and they are 87 cents a pound, y'all. So I mean, you can get a serious amount. I mean, a lot of them, you know, they're not like what we're looking at, where bone, you know, has boneless, skinless chicken breast, that kind of thing. So they take a lot of the extra weight off of it. But at the same time, I mean, chicken bones are pretty light, guys. So it's not like they're very heavy. So, I mean, it's not bad at all. All right, so let's go check out some more essentials like milk and eggs, and we'll be done. All right, so, I mean, if you're, I don't know. I mean, if you like organic, that's cool, but I mean, it's expensive, but I don't know about organic myself. But, you know, or you want some goat milk, have at it, bro. But that's just not me. Let's go into the regular folk people. All right. Here is the regular milk. So we got $3.36 a pound. Or a pound. So $3.36 a gallon. So that's really not bad. That's really not at all. So that's cool. Okay, so let's go check out eggs. And because we just had that serious egg crisis, like beginning of the year, a little bit of last year, and that was kind of nuts, wasn't it, guys? I mean, like, everyone was going crazy about eggs. I mean, like, I don't know about y'all, but around here, like, they had like to stock up on chickens at Tractor Supply, because, you know, Tractor Supply around here, they have chickens that you can buy and stuff like that and raise, and they couldn't keep up. They really couldn't keep up. So people were buying them like crazy. They were buying like 20 at a time every single day, basically, and just to be able to negate having to deal with having eggs. But, you know, these are baby chickens, guys, so they didn't really think about that, and they didn't realize that the prices were going to go back to normal not too long. So those baby chickens they bought, I'm kind of worried about, because A lot of these people probably didn't really need some chicken, so we'll see. We'll see what happened there. I don't know. I'm a little worried about the little guys, but you know, we'll see. So that's not bad, guys. So, I mean, like regular dozen eggs is $2.72, so that's not bad at all. You got the 18 counts, $3.97. So, like I said, crisis averted. Not bad anymore. And since we're still talking about cost of living, looking into all the typical things that people worry about when it comes to utilities and everything, it's pretty average nationally. So it's not really something you shouldn't really worry about. And typical going out to eat, going to restaurants isn't too bad either. The only thing negative when it comes to like cost of living, that kind of thing in Glasgow or Kentucky in general is the fact that you do have state income tax. Where you're looking in somewhere like Tennessee, they don't have that. So, I mean, that's something to think about. But the overall cost of living in Kentucky and Glasgow in particular is way lower, and it's a great advantage to living here. All right, one negative I would say about Glasgow is that even though the town is growing, they don't have a lot of options when it comes to entertainment or shopping and that kind of thing. They do have a Walmart, obviously, we just talked about it. We just went through the website, and they do have some stores and restaurants. Like they do have an Applebee's, they have a Mexican restaurant, that kind of thing, but it is still a smaller town and it's still limited. But luckily Bowling Green is not too far away, so it's really if you need to do some major shopping, that kind of thing, it's only about 30 minutes out, so it's not bad at all. But I would say that as far as entertainment options go, Glasgow is actually trying to make it an entertainment destination center status, which just found out about this. So basically means that the downtown district, you can be able to drink in the bar, you can walk around the downtown square, as well as a few spots just outside the downtown area without having issues with like cops and stuff.
Say the plan for this Saturday. You, me, bar, beers, buzzed.
They're just hoping it will boost the downtown area to be more a fun area where people can hang out. Businesses will be opening up here and just make it a more of an attractive area to live, where instead of businesses coming to Bowling Green, they're hoping that it will draw them a little bit more towards the Glasgow area. But one place they do have that is especially cool if you have kids and that kind of thing is Ralphie's Fun Center. So I've actually been to a birthday party of my cousin's daughter's birthday party here, and it's a lot of fun. So they have bowling, skating, mini golf, they have laser tag, tons of like video game areas, all that stuff. And it's just really a fun place for the family, for your kids, or if you're just like me and just a big kid. So you just have a lot of fun. All right, guys, so before we get into the next one, I wanted to let you know, as much as I do like making these videos for you, I wanted to remind you that I am a licensed realtor in Kentucky and Tennessee. So if you are looking to move here the next 9 days and 90 days, just give me a call, send me a text, or shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to help you out. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for your weekly fix of information about the area. But next up, let's talk about outdoor activities. So if you're an outdoor enthusiast, Glasgow would be a dream come true, y'all. So personally, I'm a country boy, born and bred, and absolutely love the outdoors. And this is one of my favorite places to go, guys. So first and foremost, you have to check out Barren River State Park. This park is a major draw for people moving here, as well as people in like a 100-mile radius that's just visiting on a regular occasion. And guys, I tell you what, Barren River is such a beautiful lake. It's about 10,000 acres and it's gorgeous. Actually, my parents owned a houseboat and it was docked at the state marina, and it was great. We had some of the best memories I ever had was out here, and we would go fishing, kayaking, and everything in between. Just got in trouble, all this stuff. Had tons of fun out here, and it's really cool, guys. They even have a beach area that's a lot of fun. They have horseback riding tours, all this stuff. So it's pretty cool. And they also have golf courses in Glasgow, as well as surrounding areas, as well as many parks and hiking trails. And about 30 minutes north of here is Mammoth Cave, guys. So which is absolutely incredible national park. The cave itself is pretty awesome. It's the largest cave in the world, y'all. So they have tours that are going on daily, and they range for the beginner as well as the more advanced when it comes to like length and that kind of thing, and difficulty levels, that kind of stuff. There's also 80 miles of trails throughout the forest for hiking, and they have different trails that range from easy short loops all the way up to more challenging and longer parts of the trail. And on top of that, they have plenty of campgrounds available in the park where you can set up your tent if you want and just have a good time, and just roughing it, or you can actually get your RV out there. They have plenty of RV parking, and it's pretty cool. And speaking of RV parking, guys, so they have probably my absolute favorite RV campsite I've ever been to, and that is Jellystone Resort, guys. And yes, that is the same Jellystone, the same one from your childhood, hearing phrases like, "Hey boo boo, let's get another picnic basket," and all this stuff. I mean, this place is pretty awesome, y'all. So it's right next to the lake where you can do any kind of water activity you want. But they also have like a cool like mini golf course there, and that's pretty fun. They also have one of those huge inflatable pillows, they call it. It's kind of like a trampoline, and it's a blast. And their pool down there is awesome, guys. So it is a huge pool, as well as like on the other side of the pool, they have a really nice splash pad. And that's where we spent most of our time, because at the time my kids were a little bit smaller, and we just had a blast. I mean, the kids loved it, and it is a lot of fun. All right, so next on the list is the limited job market. So Glasgow does have some local industries and businesses that they do offer jobs and that kind of thing, obviously, but the more diverse, higher paying jobs, they just don't have. I mean, they can't really compete with like a bigger city like a Bowling Green or Nashville. Luckily, Bowling Green is only 30 minutes away, so if you are okay with a little bit of a commute, you can't find anything in Glasgow, you should be able to find something there. So it's not like the end of the world or anything like that. Also, since COVID happened, many industries have realized having employees working from home is not the end of the world. It's become more of a common practice. So, I mean, you might be able to do that and not even have to worry about a commute. So, bing bang, there you go. All right, so the next positive on the list is the small town charm that Glasgow has, okay? So one thing that a lot of people like to talk about in Glasgow is the small town charm that it has, where neighbors tend to know each other, and they have a true sense of like community where people will come together at local events and festivals and that kind of thing. And it really just makes the place pretty fantastic, guys. And it's kind of nice to actually be in a town that you're, not just living in a place, that you actually live in a community. So, I mean, I think it's kind of cool. So Glasgow is also pretty well respected area for school system. Now I see on like greatschools.org, it is saying that most of the schools are rated about 5 out of 10, but that only tells like half the story, guys. So most of the locals here that I have talked to and know, they do nothing but rave about the schools here, guys. So they've always said great things. And actually US World News just, I think 2003 or 2023 rated Glasgow High School as the 13th best school in the state. So I don't know how that warrants like an average score. So it doesn't make sense to me. And also Glasgow Independent School District is a very highly rated school district with an overall rating of 4.67 out of 5, guys. So I think that's pretty impressive. But you guys, when it comes to school, that is very important thing. No stats really tell you the whole story. So if you are looking to move to the area, I would say get like on a Reddit where they have a page for people that are living in Kentucky where you can ask questions and that kind of thing. And also get on Facebook groups, guys. So there are plenty of community Facebook groups in Glasgow, and you can join those groups and then ask questions. Ask anything you want. You can ask what kind of math programs, science programs they have, what kind of extracurricular activities, how are they, how are the parents, how are the kids, all that stuff. So all that really does matter, because parents love to gossip, guys. So they love to gossip, and they love to tell you when a school is doing everything really well, and they also love to tell you when they want to spill the tea and tell you when a school is doing stuff that they don't like. So you're going to get the full information, not just scores and that kind of thing. So I think that's more important than anything. All right, next, let's talk about weather. So now living here, you have a milder weather than you will get in certain areas, even though some locals will just smack you in your face by telling you we have mild weather here, guys. But anyway, so the thing is, if you're coming from like Southern Florida or Arizona or something like that, the heat will not bother you nearly as much as like people come from like Chicago. But like the highest heat we get is about 104, but the serious humidity we get, it will get you sweating like no one's business the second you step out the door, guys. Which we're in the middle of summer right now, y'all, and I am feeling it myself. I'm actually wasn't very smart today, and I actually worked out in my garage, and I'm pretty sure I dropped about 20 pounds of water weight in about 2 hours, and it was kind of ridiculous and was kind of dumb, and I'm kind of regretting it right now because I can hardly keep my eyes open. But neither here nor there, I gotta do this video anyway. Usually your summers only last for, I'd say, about 2.5 months, and then it becomes a lot more milder fall, that kind of thing. Our winters can freeze you to the bone, I ain't gonna lie, but they usually do that around January or February, and we will get some ice before that, but don't be expecting a white Christmas, guys. We do not normally get like snow until, I'd say, around mid-January is the first real snow we ever get. It's like so many times I've seen it where it's like, okay, so you'll be like around Thanksgiving, it'll have the cold come in and it'll be like freezing cold around Thanksgiving time. And then the cold will go away for a couple weeks. And sometimes that'll be right at Christmas time where it's not even like you hardly even need a sweater or anything. And then 2 weeks later, it'll be freezing cold again. So, I mean, it's really strange. Sometimes you'll get some cold Christmas time, sometimes not. It just kind of depends. I don't understand it. Last couple years, we've actually had some pretty cold Christmases, but I remember like, I think 2 or 3 Christmases ago, we actually were hanging out in shorts and t-shirts. So, I mean, it's wild. So I don't really understand it, but you know, whatever. But the real winter comes, I'd say around New Year's, you could say, is when the real winter starts coming. All right, guys, so last on the list is a pro, and that is the convenient location. So typically when someone is looking to live in a small, charming town like this, they always have to weigh the pros and cons like we're doing right now. But one of the biggest things they worry about is, if you're living in a small town, is it worth losing all the amenities in that town? Okay, so which, don't get me wrong, Glasgow does have some amenities where they do have stores like Walmart, Lowe's, that kind of thing. They got some restaurants I talked about, they got Applebee's and such. But the best thing about Glasgow is probably the location, guys. So Glasgow is, of course, right on the lake. So anytime you want to go fishing, boating, anything like that, you always have that opportunity. And if you want to go into a bigger town to have some fun or do some serious shopping, that kind of thing, Bowling Green is just like a Simpsons episode away, guys. And of course, the vicinity to Mammoth Cave is pretty appealing, that we've already talked about. Also, if you wanted to be able to take a night out in the town and live it up in the big city, Nashville is only about 90 minutes away. So that's definitely doable. And also, one thing we didn't talk about is only about 20 minutes away is the new Buc-ee's, y'all. Which, if someone says that's just a gas station, then they truly deserve to get slapped in the mouth, y'all. Because if you're proud to be an American, or you want to see what it feels like to be one, then you got to check out Buc-ee's, because it is truly an experience that will change your life forever and will just make you want to say America. But that's it, guys. I hope that was helpful to get you more aware of what Glasgow has as well as what it doesn't have, and just gives you a more fuller understanding of the town more than anything. But if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email anytime. I'd be happy to help, absolutely. But until the next time, guys, I'll see you later.